Hello, everyone. Listen. We are in the house again over here at She's Purpose Key, she'spurposekey.com. I have another awesome woman in business. Listen, we bossing up this week, okay? And so we showing up, and I need you to show up as well. So we are, listen, I just want to encourage you to come out to the fourth annual The Power Moves Her right here in downtown Lawrenceville, Georgia. It's June 26th and 27th. Go to she'spurposekey.com, and when you go to she'spurposekey.com, you're going to click on Summit Registration. It's going to give you full details on the schedule for both days. It's going to give you the panel, who's on the panel. It's going to give you the focus points. It's going to give you, it's going to give you the information that you need, even behind the vision, okay? What's behind the vision of The Power Moves Her? Healed, empowered, and restored. He who began a great work in you is faithful to complete it, according to Philippians 1 and 6. And yes, there is power in your calling. There is power in your calling. Your gift matter, your influence matter, okay? And so we want to help to nurture that gift by getting you in these sessions about small business development and family and wellness empowerment. And so Dr. K, she's actually she's a part of both. She's supporting both small business development and wellness and family empowerment. And so I want you to come on in and let the people know who you are and how you are sponsoring the Power Moves Her, the fourth annual The Power Moves Her of 2026.
Thank you. Thank you. So, hello, everyone. I am Dr. K. I am the founder and designer of West Davis Hair Care. I think that this is such a great organization because I feel like it allows you to be your authentic self and grow into your purpose. For me, I am a straight up farm girl. I grew up in Arcola, Texas, outside of Houston, Texas, before it got big, actually on West Davis Road, which is the reason why we have the company name West Davis Hair Care. And shout out to my cousins. We grew up on a piece of land where we all just stuck together, borrowing like salt and pepper together and relying on each other. And I felt like I needed to have more. So I joined the Navy and then became a single mother. And shortly after I joined, got out of the Navy, I started a hair magazine. And it was such, at 21 years old, I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know anything. I didn't have a college education, but I learned resilience. I would walk up and down the street on Cullen, seeking advertisements. If I heard like Angie Stone was in town, I would like run up to Dave and Buster's and introduce myself and just learn how to seek, opportunity. I remember, shout out to Shelly Wade. She gave me my first interview, and I love that although she was where she was at, she saw that everybody needed help and support. And so I just stopped it. I was going broke. I didn't know what I was doing. I needed to really say, okay, I needed an education. So I went to college and I specialized in mass media and marketing. And I worked in media for a couple of years. Shout out to Dart, and really focused on sales and then transitioned to marketing. And I grew into that where I became all things marketing, from marketing research to customer experience to customer retention. And I spent a lot of time in my career in oil and gas. And it drove me to a place of really loving to solve problems. And that's one of the foundations of West Davis Hair Care. I truly believe everyone hair is not the same. And we can sometimes suffer from hair problems from so many different reasons, from the weather to our health dynamic to, just different elements. And what was going on with me, with my hair being so dry, I could not find anything or any reason to fix my hair. And I'm the type of person, if something's wrong, I'm going to figure out how to fix it. The wall can be bad. I'll tear it down, do some instructions, and I'll put it back together. And being that marketing researcher, I just decided to find things that were natural. I didn't want to take one problem and cause another problem, things that were non-toxic. And I developed, you know, our hair oil. And we had that hair oil for a little bit of time, for maybe about 3 years. And I think one of the lessons that I learned is that patience is everything. Every opportunity is not necessary. And you want the right relationships. And so from there, just learning and growing and going through the roles of operations, of marketing, of sales, treating your business like a real business, we then saw the needs to have 3 more hair oils. We saw the need that hair oil is not the only thing that's going to contribute to growing your hair. And we developed a shampoo, a conditioner, and a moisturizer. And I'm being that I worked in oil and gas, I learned a lot about procurement. And I think that when you do have a, an idea, when you do have, a passion and you want to conform that into a business, procurement is everything. And so I appreciate, I'm 48 years old and I'll be 49 years old. So actually on June 27th. So I'm so excited that the event is going on my birthday. But it
Yes.
just takes a lot of different components to run a business. But I think just being passionate about people, problem solving, and people has really conformed what West Davis Hair Care is today.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. And I put her the website in the comments as well so you all can learn more about
Mhm.
the products and
Mhm.
everything that she has available. And so I would like to ask you, I know you shared a lot, but I want to back up just a little bit and ask you, um, at what point of your career did it transition to you becoming what you feel as being your own boss?
I think planning and timing, I have to be honest. I am retired from corporate America, and I think that's not anything that you can take lightly, and you definitely have to plan and prepare. I think that the biggest thing for me is when you have a business, finances is everything. You
Mhm.
have your household finances and responsibilities, and to have a business and take on those financial responsibilities and based on hope that people buy your product is a lot. And I think that in my career, I've had a lot of businesses, but when I started this business, I had a gap of about 5 years. And the thing that I told myself is I'm going to move slow.
Mhm.
And so we had one store for 3 years that we sold in. And um, we had products that we took 6 months to release.
Wow.
And we would test it and try to figure out everything wrong because I feel like our people love us,
Mhm.
you know, but do they really love us? And
Mhm.
there's a gap between being a small business and people supporting you because you're small, and then
Yes.
trying to transition to a larger business and people taking you seriously.
Yes.
And I feel like we're at a space where you have to be really strategic and have the ability to have enough cash on hand to where the products that you have are sustainable before you do any more growth.
Yes.
One of my biggest fears is some of the articles that I read where people feel like they scaled too big.
Mm.
And we literally just got to a space where we're looking at distribution, and I halted it because of the fact that scaling is not always a good thing. Scaling and growing and adding more responsibility is not always great. So Right now, we're in 9 locations and we're adding potentially a few more, but we want to make sure that the ones we have are consistent, they're stable, we're fostering good relationships with them, we're building trust together, and then they have consistency. And I think that if you have a small business and you're starting off, you want to make sure that you have healthy relationships and your product is consistently selling before you say, oh, I'm going to quit my job or I'm going to add this to the inventory. And you just need that one hero product. And the hero product is that product that, will build your brand and the product that people will know you for. Like Coca-Cola has so many products, but the Coke, right? And so you have to start off with a hero product that is really something that contributes and differentiates you from other people. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. It really
Yeah.
does. I love, and I have never heard it that way, but it makes sense.
Yeah.
To have that hero product, that one that you continue to perfect, right?
Yes.
And so
Yes.
that's that number. It's kind of like that number one. That number one is never going to change.
Exactly. And that's your stability,
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. And I got your little edges on today, girl. Put it on today. I put it on today. Listen, and it lasts. Like when I met you in Atlanta at the
Yes.
expo, and you was giving samples away. And so, y'all, I'm trying to, we trying to encourage her to send some samples here, okay, so we can add to the goodie box. And so,
Thank you.
this is this is one of her goodies, and I've been using it, but it does stay on long. I think you were saying it's like waterproof, like it
Mhm.
don't.
It's sweat proof. So like a lot of
Yeah.
parents who have cheerleaders, a lot of cheerleader moms, dads reach out. They want their kids to go do the little do their activities and not have that white stuff, on their
Mm-hmm.
hair and their
Yep.
scalp. And
Yep.
so people who work out, athletes, and it'll hold it in place. And I think the one thing that I do want to say is that um we're human. Our products are products. They're not perfect. And
Right.
so sometimes it makes me nervous when people say like a review, oh, my hair grew 2 inches in a month, and and it's hard to have those expectations because everybody is different. But
Mm-hmm.
I do like that our products do what they say, and we mean what we say and we say what we mean. And I think as advice, when you have a product, test it hard, test it for a long time,
Mm-hmm.
have enough money to where you don't have to like buy this product and release it really quickly, right? Get as many people as you can to be critical, tell you everything wrong with that product, so because a lot of people only want to tell you the good.
Yep. Yep.
But when you put that product out there and then you start getting these reviews, you're like, you want to make sure that you can stand behind what you're doing because you made that investment. And so the edge control is really popular. The rose play is a very unique item. And that's the other thing, because when you do have a product, if your product can have more than one purpose, that's good as well, because you want to have as many selling opportunities as possible. And so when I developed the rose play hair and body oil, I made it because I was getting bad reviews that the hair rehab was too thick.
Mm.
And so I was like, okay, I'm gonna make a lighter oil. And then I said, well, I don't want to make the oil exactly like the first oil. So we made it to be focused on scalp health, scalp nutrition, and it's anti-inflammatory. Because when you get them braids and them braids real tight and it's pulling and it's got the redness, you're really damaging your scalp. And that's why some of us get alopecia and things going on, with their hair. And so but the point is that once we made it, a lot of people start using it for their skin. So now we call it the hair and body oil, and there's 5 ways to use it. Men use it on their hands, people use it when they get out the shower, people use it on their locks, people use it on their scalp, if they're premenopausal, or if they have a perm, or they need a light oil, and then they can also use it on their hair.
Can you talk about the three oils that you have?
So the reason why we have three hair oils is because everybody hair is not the same. So our first oil is the hair rehab oil, which is the one on the far left. Sorry that it's cut off. We'll fix that. But that oil it's a thick hair oil. It has castor oil as the carrier oil, which is the base oil. And it's made for people who have 4C hair, very dry scalp, and it's a hair growth oil. It's a thick oil, so it's not necessarily made for you to put on your hair, but if you can, it's gonna be heavy on your hair. But it's definitely a hair growth oil that has rosemary, peppermint, jojoba oil, grapeseed oil, and a lot of properties to strengthen your strands and help your hair grow. The second oil is the rose play hair and body oil, and that's the carrier oil is extra virgin olive oil, but it's designed to support scalp health because it has anti-inflammatory properties. It is a hair growth oil, but some of the ingredients like watercress, lavender that is in there, a lot of people use it on their skin, and it also helps your skin health. That oil is very hydrating, and it really soothes the scalp, and people put it on and they just it makes their scalp feel so good. People who have perms, like I said, or premenopausal, after 3 months, they see their areas of their hair thickening. But it's a light hair oil, but we now have it as our hair and body oil. Our protective hydrating hair oil, that was designed in a medium density, but it was really designed based on people who have alopecia, people who have very dry scalp, people who have very dry hair. The carrier oil is extra virgin olive oil, but some of the ingredients in there has formed it to be a medium density, but it's great on oiling your scalp. It's great on oiling your braids. It's going to keep it hydrated. We've had people who've had like very thin, dense hair because of a lot of breakage, because of a lot of dryness. And these are like true testimonials, because I do not want people giving us testimonials that are not true. And
Yes.
now it's thicker and fuller, and you can see the content on our social media. And so the three hair oils are definitely serve three different purposes, but not everybody hair is the same.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Mhm.
Thank you so much for sharing that. And if you also go to her website, I'll put the links
Mhm.
in the comments for you to learn more. And she also has a section where it talks about her education, news, and updates. Okay. And
Mhm.
so connect with her, follow her. And again, I just personally want to say thank you for your support and supporting
Absolutely.
and sharing your products, you're sharing your business journey with us. And I look forward to seeing you, meeting you. I know that you're not able to be in person this year, but we are definitely going to get you here next year, preferably.
Absolutely.
Yes, yes, yes. So I know that she will. I know that she participates in other surrounding summits. So again,
Mhm.
we met in Atlanta at the expo, the beauty expo. Matter of fact, I think it was. And so
Mhm.
again, if you follow her, if you in the Georgia area, again, she won't be able to be in person with us in Lawrenceville, Georgia, on June 26, 27. But she is sponsoring us. She has, with her kind heart, her gentle spirit, and I really appreciate that. It means so much. I even felt it through messages when we, just kind of messaging back and forth. I was like, this explains why she's prospering, right? Because
We cannot be crabs in a bucket.
listen, this explains why she's prospering again, because she was like, I can't be there, but I want to support,
Yeah.
and so again, that's why I put above here women supporting women, right? And so I
Mhm.
have learned that divine collaboration, I say divine collaboration, divine connection, because we definitely want it to be a divine network, a divine connection, a divine empowerment, right? And so I just want to thank you, and I pronounce the blessings over you too, girl. Keep doing it in the name of
Thank
Jesus.
you.
So, I listen. I'm just look, keep doing it because you are an inspiration. You are an encouragement, and again, you're not just sitting behind the desk. You're not just sitting behind the cameras, but you're out here testing your products. You know what I'm
Thank you.
saying? So yeah, yeah.
I really appreciate it. I said, when I was at that show and I spoke to you, was like, give her that mic. I was like, oh, she's so sweet. And I was like, thank you for giving me an opportunity. And I just feel like we just have to have the right relationships, and it has to be reciprocity, but we have to also know it takes work, and we have to be understanding with each other because we all busy, but we all trying to get somewhere, and we can make it work together. We just have to, be a village.
We do. We do.
Yeah.
And I love to, before you go, I love too that when you talked about your reviews, you were talking about, the honest reviews. You were talking about the good and the bad. And that has been a part of me. Even though I started the Power Moves Hair in Knoxville, Tennessee for the first 3 years. This is my fourth annual, but this is my very first one here in Georgia, Lawrenceburg, Georgia. But I have had, when people give me reviews, I look at the goods and the bad. We
Mhm.
used to be a whole full day on Saturday, but what happened was, with the facilitators that I had after lunch, everybody gone. You know,
Yeah.
they done got that belly full and got that good food, and it's not fair to the ones that's following lunch. So a lot of my facilitators is like, we may need to shorten the day.
Mhm.
So I listen. I was like, okay, so we're gonna still have we have the panel, we have the continental breakfast, we have the breakout sessions, and we're gonna end with lunch and giveaways. And
Mm.
so again, it's from the doors are open on Saturday on June 27th at 9:30 a.m. The vendors will be open the whole day from 10 to 2. We'll have breakout sessions and all, but you have to purchase your ticket for Saturday. You are welcome to come shop with the vendors, but to participate in the breakout sessions, to participate and get your branding kit, we have everybody will get a branding kit. She's
Mhm.
kit. It has some goodies in here. To get that food and drinks, you have to purchase your ticket, okay, at she'spurposekey.com. If you have any questions, you are welcome to DM me on Facebook or email me at life@agrantsbooks, that's with the S, at gmail.com. Thank you for your time, and talk to you later. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mhm.